Hello everyone, my name is Carrie and in today's video we're going to be doing our cash stuffing for the entire month of May for a total of $1,670. So let's get into it. To get started, I just wanted to go over really quickly the budget that we created in my last video. So our May paycheck for the consulting revenue that I bring in was $2,170. We budgeted it into different categories that will go into the envelopes in my cash binders. So what we're going to do, if you didn't see that video, make sure to go back and watch. It was the video right before this one, and then you can see how we put everything into different categories. I did end up taking my extra debt and I went ahead and made that $300 payment, and then my husband and I each got our $100 cash to spend this month. So when you take $2,170 minus the $300 extra payment that was already made minus the $200 for spending, that is where we get the $1,670, which is our actual budgetable amounts that will be going into our cash binders this month. So let's get started with our bills and high priority binder here. Let me adjust this. There we go. I love this binder so much. It has all the vibes that I'm trying to go for this year. So we're going to get started with HOA fees, which is going to get $40 a month per usual. So now it has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170. And our bill for the whole year is $460. And this just covers a really small amount of things in our neighborhood, in our HOA, which also includes the pool, which is going to be opening up to the community here soon in the summer, which is really exciting. Trash and recycle is going to get $35, and this 10 is so crazy. Let's actually use this 10 because this 10 is even worse. And then this 5 is kind of meh too. Alright, so that's 35 going in. Oh gosh. 20, 40, 50, 65, $70. Trash and recycle is a quarterly bill that we pay. It will come out in June, I believe. Quarterly subscriptions is going to be getting at $10, and that is all it has right now. I need to build this back up from some of the other quarterly subscriptions that have already come out. This is for our pest control. Annual expenses is going to be getting $40 this month, and I've really been enjoying doing the monthly budget plan that I have. So like I said, if you didn't watch my previous video, I was able to break out our budget into like a month. Like I get paid once a month, and so I just decided to do once a month cash stuffing, and this is just for our variable expenses. It doesn't cover like all of our bills and that kind of thing because that's a separate strategy. 20, 40, 60, 80 in annual expenses. And I believe I have an annual bill coming up sometime in the summer for Costco, and that's like $60, so that should be okay. Medical is getting built back up again, so we're going to put $100 in here. So now we have $120, and I'd like to get this up to at least $1,000. Maybe by the end of the year we can, or at least work towards that. Car registration is getting at $10 this month. So now it has 50, 70, 80, 95, and the registration amount is $140 that comes out in September. Car insurance gets $220 a month, and this comes out every 6 months. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 40, 60, $70. So is that $470? Yes, okay. Our total for our last 6 months that we paid was almost $1,300, so that's what I am estimating right now. Car care has $1,000 in the bank set aside for tires. We will probably buy new tires this month, and then we're going to be putting in $40 to continue building up this reserve. 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95. So $1,000 in the bank and $395 in cash. That's great. Like to always have around a $500 in here. Obviously more is more because with car care you just never know what's going to happen. We do have our car insurance that it has a deductible of $1,000, and that is in, I think, our savings binder, and that's already fully funded. So if a big disaster were to happen with our car, or it would get totaled or something like that, we would definitely be covered with our car insurance. But for like smaller things, definitely want to have that built up a little bit more. $40 is going into lawn care. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 15. And we thought we were pretty much done with all of our lawn projects, but then we basically, like, once you get into it, it's kind of like when you start renovating your house, you find out more things you want to do. And that's how it is with our lawn and our garden in the back. Most of it's just cleanup. So basically it's just like sweat equity there and just need to like clean up a bunch of stuff. But there are two kind of smaller trees. They're not very big. They're only like this, big around. And they need to be cut down because they're pushing one of our larger trees over to the side, and we don't want it to like go off the edge. So trying to put away a little bit more for that still. Spring cleaning is going to get 10 this month, and this is saving up for spring cleaning probably next year. We'll probably clean out our garage, maybe do a whole big garage organization project. So 20, 40, 50, $60 in that so far. And that won't be too bad. So hopefully we can work on that next year. I'm trying to space out our home projects. I mean, pretty much when you move in, you want to just do everything all at once. And for most people's budgets, including ours, that's just unrealistic. So we're moving on to low priority here, and my cactus binder, which is just super cute. So we're going to start off with home projects, and we try and put aside $200 every month for this. So now we have $600 set aside for home projects. Probably start taking out of this in the summer when we redo our guest bathroom, our powder bath. Household is also getting $100, I believe. Yes. And I try and do $100 a month, and then every quarter we basically go to Costco and stock up. Family fun is getting 40. And this is just for fun things we might want to do this summer. 100, 20, 40, 60, 70. So that's 170 in family fun. Next up is beauty, and we're going to be putting $100 in beauty. Yeah, I think we're just going to do a $100 bill. So 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, $215. I still need to schedule to get my hair done. But that's probably what the majority of this money will go towards. Clothing is getting 40 as well. Lots of 20s and 40s this month. So clothing has 20, 40, 60, 80, $90, which is good. I'm not saving for anything in particular. A lot of these are just like good to have when you need to replace something. Gifts, we took money out of here to pay for my mom's Mother's Day gift already and to send her a little something nice. We don't live in the same city as her or even the same state, so I wanted to send her something nice. So now we still have 20, 40, 60, 75. Okay, 20, 40, 60, 75. Yes, got it. And this will be used and replenished for Father's Day coming up. Special occasions is my husband and I's anniversary that we try to do something fun every year. So that got $50, and it now has 51, 150, 170, 190. Just maybe go out on a really nice dinner. Sometimes we also use this for, attending a wedding or a baby shower or something like that. And then travel and trips is going to be getting $100. And let me get my pen because we are going to cross off two of these. So 2 full rows that we've completed. Each airplane I made it worth $50 for a total of $1,500 when we save at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 saved so far. So each row is basically like $250. So what I'm probably going to do in my next cash condensing is take all this money out and put it in the bank. And we actually do have some money saved up in the bank towards our next travel vacation fund. I have a little bit of coming out of every paycheck that I usually do and just go straight into our savings. So I will add this to that, which I think will give us, I think there's I don't remember exactly how much is in the bank, maybe 1 or 2,000 plus this 500. So I'll just add that to it and we'll keep track of it that way. We'd like to do maybe something fun for Christmas this year with my father-in-law. Maybe go on a fun trip or something. He is going to be turning 75. Actually, well, I think this year he's turning 72. So he'll be turning 75 in a couple years, but we didn't want to wait that long to like do something special, so we just figured let's just do it now. Savings is up next. This is our savings binder. We're going to be putting $100 into emergency. And then we're going to color in one full row because each of these little piggies is worth $20. All right, at the end of this savings challenge, we will have $800 saved up, and we'll add that to our emergency fund total in the bank, which has a couple thousand already. So we have 200 set aside for this account, for this challenge in our account, plus 200 in cash, so a total of 400 so far, which brings us exactly halfway, and then we have 400 more to go, which is very exciting. Really cool. And all of the savings challenges and stuff that I have and my cash tray and all my binders and everything is linked down in the description box if you're curious of where to get them or where I have purchased mine from. So we're going to get started with our holiday challenge. This is a new one, and we're going to do 125 this. So let's put this 125, and then we're going to color in a whole row plus an additional box. So let me actually get my red one. So that's kind of cool for holiday and Christmas. And at the end of this holiday savings challenge, we will save $600, which we've already been putting money in here previously, just like from the budget, but I thought it would be fun to track it in like a savings challenge kind of way. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 40, 60, 85. So 485 in here. And we'll be able to put that in the bank probably at some point when it reaches $500. And then basically what I'll do is I'll keep it in our savings account in a little bucket, and I'll know that that is dedicated for Christmas. Extra debt, we already took the money out of this paycheck and directly paid it into our next bill that we needed to pay, our 0% credit card that we have to pay off our carpet. So when we moved into our new home here last year, we put our carpet on a 0% financing for 12 months, I believe it was, and so it's coming due here because we moved in last May. And so we put extra towards that, and that will be paid off in June, I believe. I think it was June 3rd is when the last time, or July 3rd, I forget. We have like one more pay down, and then we'll pay it off actually. All right, so home deductible is going to be getting $140 this month because we're going to be doing 80 plus 60. So we're going to be doing 140 and color this in. And then this is a $3,000 savings challenge, which actually works really well because our home deductible on the mortgage that we have for this house is $3,000. So that works out really well. We already have $1,000 in the bank in the savings account set aside for this, plus 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 410. That's exciting. Cool. When it reaches like $500, I will put that other placeholder in here and put the rest of the money in the bank, and then we'll be halfway there, almost halfway there. So $1,500 out of our $3,000. Here's our car deductible, which is $1,000, and that is fully funded with a fully funded placeholder. So that's exciting. We'll be able to do that soon. Well, not soon, but at some point with home deductible. It seems like that one is taking a really long time to save up for. All right, our coffee savings challenge, each one of these is worth $5. So we're actually just going to finish it, and we'll have a total of $150 saved up. So we're going to put 20 in here today. I have done this challenge a couple of times, this little coffee mini savings challenge, and it's really fun. So what are we going to do with this money? I'm not sure. We have $100, $20, $40, $50 in here. So I will leave this in here for now and think about what to do with it. Probably allot it somewhere in June's budget or something. We'll talk more about that then. Next up is our $500 savings challenge. We are going to be putting in $40 because we are going to be doing 10, 20, 35, and then 40. So that's how I came up with those numbers. Who knew that coloring would come in so handy as an adult? Especially with savings challenges. All right, we're going to add this 40 to our total. We already have $100 in a placeholder set aside in the bank, plus 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 180. So we have $280 so far for this challenge. That's over halfway, which is really exciting. And this $500, also, I'm not sure where it will go to. It might end up going to a home project or something like that. We'll see. We're trying to not travel a lot during this summer, trying to not spend a lot, have like a low spend summer. $5 is going to be going in here, which I guess I don't have a $5 for. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 10 and put this 5 back, I guess. I don't know. Did we end up with extra money? I'll have to figure that out. Well, there was a 5 in here, and then we're going to add a 5. So that gives us 10, just so we're on track for this challenge. So that's cool. Maybe I skipped it or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're trying to do a low spend summer so that way we can maybe do something in the fall. During Christmas time, we can do more traveling. That's when our anniversary is. That's when my father-in-law's birthday is. That's when we'd like to maybe do a birthday trip with him. So we're going to do $20 into this savings challenge. This is a new year, better me, and I made each icon worth 20. So I guess we do have an extra 5 somewhere. I'm not sure how that happened. I thought I allocated it all in my budget. I'll have to maybe go back and check. Maybe I forgot to pick up something or put something in a specific envelope. Did I put the money in? Yeah, okay. I don't know. So we have $40 here for this challenge. So what we're going to do is say that this is just going to be figured out off camera. I will probably catch it in editing or something like that. Or if there really was an extra 5 that was budgeted, then great. We will figure that out next time. I'll probably just put it towards a saving challenge or something. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope that you had a fun time while I work on my new budgeting schedule. I've really been enjoying it, this monthly budgeting schedule. So we will do another budget with me and cash stuffing for the month of June. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!